What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Jack. Thank you so much for the PayPal. Really appreciate you, Jack. Thank you so much for the support. We're going to be starting out with this first video title. President Trump says U.S. has reached a deal with Iran, saying that they will probably be signing the deal over the weekend. So hopefully we'll see these gas prices go down a little bit. Then we got a video title. White House gives first look inside the UFC Freedom 250 venue, which is coming up on Sunday. Then we have a video that is titled, U.S. House rejects extension of FISA in national security setback. Now, they were using this to spy on Americans. They supposedly was spying on bad foreign people, but they would just always accidentally start, surveilling Americans too. And so now they're trying to convince us that this is a bad thing, that it's going to expire. Then we got video title, Pentagon returns to normal operations after air quality issue prompted an alarm. This whole story is suspicious because they're saying that they sent hazmat and emergency response teams to the Pentagon, and then they were like, nah, there's no problem. I don't know. That sounds weird to me. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Get Some, and it's titled, It's All Bad. Then getting back into the news, we got an interesting video. It's a little bit longer than normal, but I just think it's really interesting. MTG calls President Trump a traitor for the Epstein files handling. She's totally turned her back on President Trump, and she's got a lot to say about it. Then we got a doubly. The first video, Carmelo Anthony's parents speak out after his conviction and death of Austin Metcalf. And then the second of the doubly there, Jasmine Crockett says that there was one major factor in their Carmelo Anthony verdict, and she says it was racism. That's why he was guilty. Then we have a video titled, this is a sad story, Kids Lemonade Stand Robbed at Gunpoint in Boston. We can't have anything nice. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is lefties losing it. And like we've been doing the last couple of weeks, for whatever reason on Thursday, they make their lefties losing it really long. So we're going to split it in half. We'll do part 1 today, and we'll have part 2 tomorrow. So that way we can have lefties losing it for Friday. Today it's titled Jimmy Kimmel's Cruel Joke Falls Flat. Like I said, part 1 today, part 2 tomorrow. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Colty, and it's titled Jeep Problems. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Ever Wonder How They Get Those Action Clips? All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on JeffMacLive.com. What's up, Guessum? What's up, Russell? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Salty Ragoon? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Zero? And what's up, Wrench? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Elder Zoomer, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing in the chat. Appreciate you, Elder Zoomer. Let me see who's all here. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Danon? Happy freedom to you. What's up, WC? Happy freedom. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. Wrench, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let me see. Scrolling through here real quick. Oh, let me see. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Appeal to Evan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Screaming Eagle? Happy freedom. Thank you for joining us today. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. Kevin, I went to the post office today, which that reminds me, I got to write that down. Went to the post office today, and whatever you sent me has not arrived yet. But we do have an unboxing today because somebody sent me something, and King of Biltong sent me something. So we got a doubly unboxing today. Fun stuff. Let me see. Make sure we get everybody here. Colty, appreciate you being omnipresent. Major got the Iran fatigue. Yeah, me too. I'm glad it's almost over. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. You guys hit that like button over on Rumble. See if we can get us on the front page. Some piece of shit already hit the thumbs down button. I hope you get kicked twice right in the coin purse, whoever did that. What is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Agent O, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. I appreciate you racing into the chat. What's up, D-Gent? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Anna Kims? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Right Mind? What's up, Buckeye? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Sly Dog, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. D-Gent, it's nice to see you with the badge. You're over there styling. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What is up, everyone over on Twitch? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Oh, it is working on Blaze now. It was not for a second there. What's up, everyone over on Blaze? And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with President Trump telling us how Iran finally made a deal. Now, it's not signed just yet. They're going to sign it over the weekend, but I'd like to see these gas prices go down. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
We just made a great settlement of the war with Iran, and we're going to be subject to finalization of documents, which should get done over the next few days. We'll probably have a signing maybe in Europe, and it's a great thing. Stock market's up 1,000 points. That means they like the deal. See, that means they like. If the market goes down, that means they don't like the deal. But it's been up. Oil's dropped. Oil will start coming down to, I think, even lower than it was before. I said I was in Iowa. It was $1.85 a gallon. And I don't know if I'm going to get there, but we're going to get pretty close. It's going to come down, and when oil comes down, everything else comes down. And most importantly, we have a deal that Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, which was the whole purpose of what we had to go through to get this. So it was a big, very big thing. But we have a signing soon, and the documents are in pretty final shape. So we'll see. We'll see. Very good. Should be done. That should be done pretty quickly. They want it every bit as much as everybody else wants it. And I think a lot of good relationships can ensue from this. I just spoke with the leaders of many of the countries that were mentioned in the release. I just spoke to Bibi. I spoke to the head of great heads of nations, Qatar, UAE, and, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, and others. And we're going to be talking to Turkey. President Erdogan is great. And it's really a wonderful thing with a lot of spirit. Pakistan was fantastic. The Prime Minister and the, I call him the general. He's a general. He's a great general. He's so great that he's actually a field marshal, a step above. And they're all very happy. The Strait will officially open as soon as we sign, which could be soon, very soon, maybe over the weekend, in Europe. I won't be able to be there, but JD will be there, Vice President, and some of the people.
All right, good stuff. Almost there. Just keep going. President Trump saying that Iran and the U.S. have made a deal, saying it will be signed soon, maybe over the weekend. And they say once it's signed, they will have the Strait open back up, and hopefully we'll see these gas prices go down quickly. We'll see. Next up, we got White House gives first look inside the UFC Freedom 250 venue. We're just going to get right into this. This fight's supposed to happen Sunday, I think at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But the only way to watch it is to either be there in person or have Paramount Plus, because apparently it's not going to be streamed anywhere else. I think they should just stream it right on national television since it's at our house. But either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
We are now getting some new images of the UFC 250 event and the venue that's going to be hosted there at the White House. Take a look at this, because some reporters on the ground are getting that first look at this moment. So you can see there in the background it says Freedom 250. You also see the White House. And just look at that, how it's all being set up there. The stage is set. We are waiting for this specific event to get underway in just a matter of days. Now, the UFC, again, set to hold its first event on the White House South Lawn with a mixed martial arts show timed for President Trump's 80th birthday and the celebration of the nation's 250th anniversary. This is just one of the live images that we have. We also have this one, courtesy of multiple feeds that we are getting down there on the ground in Washington, D.C. Now, UFC Freedom 250 set to begin Sunday night. The CEO of UFC, Dana White, friends with President Trump, and the two have discussed for more than a year the idea of bringing mixed martial arts to the White House. Their relationship dates to UFC's infancy as White reorganized the company and led its rise into national prominence. Now, the cage and stage will themselves be surrounded by thousands of temporary seats. You can see them here as the camera continues to pan in these live images, including ringside space for a full marching band that can set the entire scene to blaring music. So you see journalists here getting that first look of this entire venue. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take you back out to this other live image. It gives you a closer look at the actual cage and the stage that is set there. Now, the fight card is part of a series of events celebrating the semi-quintennial of the Declaration of Independence signing on July 4th, 1776. Other planned events include an Indy car race that would pass by the White House as well. Now, the main card, I should warn everyone, airs live only on Paramount Plus. It is 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. And I also just want to keep it on here for a little bit because, again, this is the first look that we're getting at that Freedom 250 stage. It has been set, and photographers trying to get a better vantage point of the whole scenario. So in the meantime, we also have this social media post courtesy of the UFC. It says the Octagon has made it to the White House. UFC White House is live Sunday, June 14th, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Paramount Plus. UFC Freedom 250 presented by CryptoCon and Ram Trucks. All right, back to the live images that I was just showcasing a moment ago. See a lot of seats there already set, so it's going to be pretty cool stuff, pretty interesting. And then in this other look, you have that big sign there that says UFC Freedom 250. So we want to make sure to showcase all of these pretty incredible looks. Again, a first look at a major event happening at the White House for the first time ever. All right, thank you all for staying with us here at Live Now.
Well, that'll be interesting. I know some people are excited about it. I think it's only 2 fights is what I keep hearing, but I don't really know. I haven't looked into it a whole bunch. Anyways, they're saying that's the first look at Freedom 250 UFC fighting stage. The fight is scheduled to be Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, there's a bunch of people pretty excited about it. Next up, U.S. House rejects extension to the FISA in national security setback. And like I said in this video, they're going to have Mike Johnson. He's going to be telling you how it's such a terrible thing that we're losing FISA because they're supposed to be using it to track foreign bad guys and whatnot. But there's been a lot of instances where they're surveilling Americans. And they try to say, oh, well, we thought they were connected to some bad foreign individual, which doesn't matter. You know, they could say that about anything. They could just surveil everybody and be like, oh, well, just in case, you know, and that's why a lot of people don't want this FISA stuff to be extended. Well, they just voted against it. And now Mike Johnson, his diaper's a little tight. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump saying that we've reached a deal with Iran, and then also the Freedom 250 fight coming up on Sunday. Let me see. 10-man, if I have an Xfinity, I can sub to the channel for a month and then drop it. You can get Paramount Plus through it, because I think Paramount Plus on its own is like $24.99 a month or something like that. I don't really know. Zero, most people there are going to be military or randomly chosen. Yeah. Colty Handy News is going to be streaming it. It's pretty interesting because the software doesn't allow you to show streaming platforms. You're not able to. I'm not even sure if you can see the screens. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see that. If I play one of these videos, you won't be able to watch it. The whole screen will turn black. I think if you play Hulu, the whole screen turns green. There's some sort of encoder in it that makes it so you can't live stream streaming platforms. So I'm not sure how Handy News is going to do that, or whether or not he's aware that that's a thing. But either way, good luck to him. I worry about having my shit taken down because it's a big deal if you get caught stealing that shit. But that's why I think that they should be playing it on national television. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy Freedom to you. Here's user. Where's Bobby? I don't know what happened with Bobby. Bobby left. 10 man. What is that from Darth Jason? Russell, $13.99 a month for Paramount. That's not bad. I wonder what I was looking at. That was $24.99. It might have been the version without ads. Snooks. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I'm not showing the fight. I'm not even going to watch it. I have access to it. I'm not even going to watch it. I just don't care about that stuff. What's up, Pain? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Cody Knives either. They just left. What's up, Abby Girl? Happy freedom. What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, glad you made it home safely. Elder Zoomer, they should leave the octagon there and make the government officials fight each other. I agree. For the text, I never thought I'd see the UFC at the White House. I know. I didn't think so either. They should do that slap tournament there, and then maybe some female mud wrestling. I mean, why not? President Trump signs the winner's tits. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom to you. What's up, My Feed? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Polish? Appreciate you sliding through. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom. What's up, Persian Cucumber? Happy freedom to you. D-Gen should have had street beefs instead. That sounds explicit. Right in the street beef. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Christine? Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sending the, whatever those are, the kick points over on Kick. You're a badass, Lisa. Thank you so much for the support. Now you got a number. You're level 16, Lisa. You're moving up. What's up, Meta? Appreciate you being omnipresent. Oh, Zero, that's badass. I didn't know he was doing that. What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom to you. Thormac, I might watch it because I can. You got Paramount. All right, Hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, next up we got U.S. House rejects extension of FISA national security setback. Before we get into this, I want to remind you, Hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Now it's going to be a quick video. Mike Johnson wants you to be really scared about this. But I think it's good when the government's not surveilling us. But that, that's just me. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
On this vote, the yeas are 198, the nays 218. Two-thirds not being in the affirmative, the rules are not suspended and the bill is not passed.
Well, I don't know if the American people just saw what happened on the floor, but it is shameful and it is very, very dangerous. Let me just tell you what's happened here. Today, we just offered a simple, clean 3-week extension of the FISA national security law. The Democrats, 199 of them, voted against a clean 3-week extension for political purposes. And when the bill went down, they applauded. They applauded it. That record and that video is going to live in infamy. I pray that we do not have a serious calamity on our shores over the next few weeks. So we did everything within our power to try to ensure that this statute does not expire, and the Democrats are using it as a political hostage. Now, this is their custom in the 119th Congress. This is what Democrats do right now. The House Republicans have stood and led for the safety and security of the American people, and the Democrats are playing political games. The questions are for them. So I think I've told you everything you need to know.
Like I said, Mike Johnson, he seems a little rattled by it. They're saying FISA, which is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, the extension has been rejected. Now FISA will expire at midnight tonight. It did allow the intelligence community to collect communications of non-U.S. persons located abroad without individual warrants. It often incidentally captured data involving Americans. It's faced repeated debates due to concerns over privacy violations and warrantless searches of U.S. citizens' data by agencies like the FBI. Mike Johnson acting like this is terrible and bad for security, but now they won't have that legal avenue to do surveillance on the American people. So, I don't know. Either way, next up, we got another kind of strange story. Pentagon returns to normal operations after air quality issue prompts an alarm. And they said they sent hazmat and emergency response teams to the Pentagon because of this, but they didn't find anything and everything's all great. So, what triggered the alarm? It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this FISA situation. Russell, the bill does need to be extended during the World Cup. I don't know if they're going to be able to now because it's going to expire. And it's been going since like the 80s or the 70s or something like that. 10-man Republicans need to learn that without us, they're screwed. Yeah. They do whatever they want on Capitol Hill. Guess some just got back from picking up Mexican food. I need you to start over. What'd you get today? Guess some. Polish. No, there was something added to it after 9/11. It's like Section 702 or something like that was added after the 9/11 day. But the FISA Act itself began in like the 70s or 80s. Because I went and looked it up. That's where I got all that information. Because obviously Mike Johnson didn't say anything about it. They added like I don't remember what they called it. There's some addition to it. That's when they added that. Because Nixon, I think, originally brought it and abused it somehow. And so they did this revision or this addition of some sort. It's called something 702. And that's what made it what it is today, I guess. I don't know. That's what I read. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. Polish, they need warrants now? Yeah, they don't like that. What's up, Corley? Happy freedom to you. I'm doing all right. How are you doing today, Corley? Major Mike Johnson versus Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan had to tune him up. No doubt about it. D-Gent Nadler was there and shit his pants today, or are you talking about before? I swear the hooligans made me watch something terrible like that during the voice chat one day. That's one of those like boys will be boys moments. Like, hey, you want to watch this guy shit his pants? Yeah, let me check that out. What's up, Richard? Happy freedom to you. Zero. Austin Metcalf's dad is on Newsmax right now. The trial's over, so he's going off. Yeah, I believe it. Guess got a beefy burrito, but it shifted and stuck in my wife's taco. It was pretty hot. Yeah. Happy accidents and whatnot, right? Wrench, is that a joke? Is that the setup for a joke there? Polish, that was before he side shuffled off the stage. Yeah, exactly. Kevin made a chocolate banana milkshake. That sounds fantastic. Freely Attacks and FISA started October 25th, 1978. Yeah, I knew it was a while ago. Like I said, I just looked it up. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just looked it up because I wanted to know, you know, some details on what FISA actually is. So I just took a quick gander for the sake of figuring it out. Either way, like I said, next up, Pentagon returns to normal operations after air quality issue prompted an alarm. Now, they act like this was a big deal, and maybe it was a big deal, but they're like, nah, it's all fine, go back to work. Makes me wonder what triggered it in the first place, or did something happen and they're just covering it up? Either way, hit that like button if you got one. Let's get into this.
We are following more breaking news and an update on an intense situation at the Pentagon in Washington earlier today. Staff inside the Pentagon were just given an all clear after authorities had issued a shelter-in-place order due to what they called an air quality issue detected in the building. The incident prompted all those hazmat crews that you see in the video and emergency response teams to deploy to the Pentagon, which of course is just across the river from the White House. Joining us now, NBC News intelligence reporter Dan DeLuce. Dan, you and I were on the air earlier covering this when it was happening, and we had no idea if this was a real emergency. The shelter in place, it lasted a while. Now it's lifted. What are we learning?
Really, the all clear now, Kate. They looked into this sort of alarm that went off. They looked at the air quality. They didn't find any hazardous or dangerous materials, and they basically said everything is safe now, and the shelter-in-place order was lifted, and the all-clear has been given. So there was no bad news here, no worst-case scenario. It was an unusual situation, not something that happens very frequently. But they looked into it, and now they're now saying there's just no problem with the air quality, there's no foul play here, and no threat.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated.
So what triggered it? What happened? What caused it? They're saying hazmat and emergency response teams were deployed to the Pentagon after an air quality issue prompted a shelter in place. They're now saying it's all clear and there was no issues. That's what I mean. Then why do that? Why do it? Why did it even make it in the news then? Either something happened. No matter what, something happened. But it was either really serious and they're covering it up, or it wasn't and it was probably really stupid and they just didn't want to tell us because we're going to make memes about it. Either way, next up we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Get Some and it's titled, It's All Bad. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about the false alarm at the Pentagon. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Colty, I heard it was a malfunctioning sensor. I mean, that could be, absolutely. I just wish they would have said that instead of being like, yeah, big scary moment at the Pentagon, but, you know, nothing actually happened. So, like, okay, so you called emergency teams. They had to show up and do the thing and search the building. Everybody who was in the building stopped working for an hour or two, or maybe even longer. And the world stopped spinning until they figured out that nothing was going on. Like, I don't know. They should have just gave us something. Some sort of excuse. Instead of just being like, oh, that doesn't work. Russell, I'm sure it was a bad sensor, or maybe testing the system without sending an alert. Happened to us a few weeks ago. Interesting. Ghostly, false alarm at the Pentagon. I bet something went down and they don't want to admit to it. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, I feel like it could be either way. It didn't happen for no reason. They didn't go, yeah, guys, shelter in place for no reason. Something happened. Ranch, a liberal took a tofu shit. That's probably what happened. They didn't know what that smell was. Instant lockdown. Better safe than sorry. Kevin, Arlington was Robert E. Lee's house. The Union just buried all their dead in the front yard when they took it from him. So is it considered a graveyard? Because you get tax deals if you do that. I don't know anything about any of those people though, Kevin. For the Texan, I just found out that the Democrats voted no on the FISA Act. Yeah, that's why Mike Johnson is pissed. That's what Mike Johnson was just saying in the video, is that it's the Democrats' fault that the FISA didn't get extended. Which makes me wonder, like, what are they doing? How do they benefit? Well, you know how they benefit. If they're not being surveilled, then, they get to do their slimy stuff. So it makes sense that they would vote against it. Payne Nadler was in the Pentagon. He set off the alarm. That's what happened. We're getting it figured out. Oh, Free the Texas, you found out why they voted no? Why? I figure it's just because they're dusty Democrats. Dusty as hell. Colty, 3 floors were shut down. Well, they better have a good reason for that. We're paying all those people. Get back to work. Zero, because the DOJ used FISA to catch the illegals. Well, that sucks that they won't be able to do that. Or they'll have to find a workaround. What's up, MU? Happy Freedom. Workaround's not the same thing as a reach around. Not as fun. What's up, Lee Bart? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Nick? Happy Freedom. Bad sensor caused it. Every time my engine light comes on, it's a stupid sensor. The check light isn't that serious. Yeah. Depends how old your vehicle is. Like on my Subaru, if I don't click the gas cap 5 times, it'll throw a engine light. I think that's so stupid. What's up, Shanti? Happy Freedom to you. Mike Ingles, Hunter's dealer, left a package. That's what put the government on lockdown over at the Pentagon. Meta, I don't know who either of those people are. I've never heard of them before. Lisa, they'll do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's how it goes on Capitol Hill. Zero Luigi musical coming to New York. You talking about Luigi Mangione? That doesn't surprise me. For the Texan, because of a guy that President Trump put in charge. Oh, while Tulsi is leaving, yeah, talking about the director of national intelligence or something like that. They're calling him like the DNI. I think President Trump just chose who's going to officially replace Tulsi Gabbard, but he had a temporary person that he selected. And everybody got mad because they said that he's not qualified for the position or something like that. What's up, Zom? Happy Freedom to you. I agree, Zom. What's up, guess who? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Trickster? Happy Freedom to you. Ranch, hopefully the Knicks will win or they'll destroy the city. They're going to destroy the city no matter what. Let's get moving along here. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Like I said, today is provided by Guess. Let's get this pulled up. This is totally not AI. It's titled, It's All Bad.
Carmelo, your legal troubles have you sliding into some very uncomfortable positions. The fall from grace has been fast and hard. You're going to need some serious protection for what's coming.
Carmelo Anthony, congratulations on this very special prize. These are the official Willie Brown knee pads. Extra padded, extra durable, and proven to help you get ahead in tough situations.
These knee pads look pretty useful. With everything that's happening in my life right now, might as well be prepared for it.
That's the spirit, Carmelo. Just like I always say, get on your knees.
I don't know if that's good advice or not, but at least it's funny. Next up, MTG calls President Trump a traitor for the Epstein files handling. And I think MTG needs to go sit down somewhere. Apparently, she's got some new reality TV show coming out, which I think is funny. And I think she's doing all this to drum up some publicity for it. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up. Now, like I said, this is going to be a little bit longer of a video than we normally do. But she just could not stop running her mouth. And I wasn't really sure where to stop it because everything she says is pretty crazy sauce. Either way, here's Marjorie Taylor Greene choosing the other side, hanging out with that handsome reporter, doing interviews on CNN. Holy shit. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Out today, an extensive report that's in the New York Times, and it's based on Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan's upcoming new book that's about to be published called Regime Change. And they write in this new report today about how the release of the Epstein files, debating over how to handle Jeffrey Epstein, basically paralyzed the White House. And there were meetings in the Situation Room even where obviously, you know, of the utmost national security concern, meetings pertaining to that happened. When you read that and you hear that the president's team, the vice president, the chief of staff, everyone's meeting inside the sit room about Jeffrey Epstein, what does it tell you about how they viewed that story?
Well, unfortunately, that's not new news to me. Unfortunately, that was something that I lived through. I watched the Speaker of the House shut down the government for and keep the House completely out of session for 8 weeks in the fall of 2025, simply because he was under orders of the president and his team not to do anything in the House of Representatives because they were doing everything they could do to stop that resolution from passing the House. The same resolution that I signed the discharge petition to force to a vote on the floor. I'm not surprised by this news, Caitlin, because I also had a very uncomfortable phone call with the president before the release of the Epstein files, where he told me that his friends would get hurt if the files were released. And I'll never forget that. I'll also never forget the text message he sent me when I told him that my son's life was being threatened because he was calling me a traitor because I fought to release the Epstein files, where he told me that I deserved it. And so this doesn't shock me that his team was paralyzed. But I tell you what it is. It's absolutely ridiculous and unforgivable. We're talking about pedophiles and rapists of the elite class of people that never get held accountable for anything. So if they were paralyzed and scared and didn't know what to do about releasing the Epstein files, these people are absolutely absurd. They don't deserve the American people's trust. As a matter of fact, we should consider them as, they should be considered traitors. They're traitors. The ones that refuse to release the Epstein files want to cover up for pedophiles and rapists and all sorts of discussing things in these files. Those are the traitors to the American people, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
I mean, this report basically says it was the president who didn't want anything released. Are you saying that applies to the president himself?
I'm saying exactly that. He told me on the phone that his friends would get hurt, and that's why he's against releasing the Epstein files. And I think we've seen a lot of that dribble out. So yeah, it all matches. It completely adds up, from the phone call that I had with the president to this report that is coming out. It totally, it all lines up.
I mean, it's pretty remarkable to hear you say that you think the president is a traitor.
What is remarkable to me is that this administration, people that we voted for, demanding transparency, the man that campaigned all over the country claiming that he would be the one to drain the swamp, is the very man that fought to keep the Epstein files from being released. And then he in turn called me the traitor because I fought to release the Epstein files. You know, many people have turned and said, oh, she's a Democrat now. I'm not a Democrat. Nothing changed about my views. I'm unapologetically America first. As a matter of fact, I've taken off the Tea Party jerseys. I don't want anything to do with any of them. I'm straight down the line, strictly for the American people. But it's been shocking to people, many people that voted for Donald Trump, many people that voted Republican, that they would actually follow through to try to cover up the Epstein files. And that's the part that everyone just can't even understand.
And when you read this report, it says that the vice president suggested having Tucker Carlson interview Ghislaine Maxwell to have her clear the president's name publicly. Do you think that would have been helpful had that gone forth?
Well, Tucker didn't interview Ghislaine Maxwell, did he? So, yeah, the fact that that didn't happen should speak volumes for Tucker Carlson. And it also shows the lengths they were willing to go to try to find someone trustworthy to the American people to try to extend this cover-up. And the American people just aren't buying it. This has been the top issue ever since it started. It should have never been a fight. It should have been the easiest thing to happen. And I'll point something else out. No one has been held accountable for the Epstein files. Nobody. In other countries, there's people that have been arrested, people that have been forced to step down. Here in America, we haven't seen any justice for the victims. And that's because look who's in charge. They're not being prosecuted. They're not being held accountable. And I think that comes from the top.
I mean, it ended up being Todd Blanche who interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell. She was subsequently moved to a lower security prison. He's now been named as the Attorney General. If you were in the Senate, would you vote to confirm him based on this?
Well, you know, he's the acting Attorney General, and the fact that she was moved, Ghislaine Maxwell, just to be specific, was moved to a minimum or a lesser secure prison, a more comfortable prison. That was something that I remember the Epstein victims saying upset them greatly, because they said that she was responsible for a lot of the crimes committed against them. So they were appalled by that. But I'm not in the Senate. I don't get to make that vote.
You mentioned the discharge petition, the reason that these Epstein files did get released, and it's only because of the efforts of a few of you on Capitol Hill who initially led this. Last night, Nancy Mace lost her race. She was running for governor in South Carolina in the Republican primary. But because of that, that means that the 4 House Republicans who backed this, you, Nancy Mace, and Thomas Massie, only Lauren Boebert is going to be in Congress for the Republicans after this term. What do you think the impact of that is?
Well, let's also make it very clear. Lauren Boebert, the president, also put out a Truth Social saying who could he support and primary her. So she's not out of the crosshairs either. I think what MAGA needs to realize and wake up and see very clearly is President Trump hasn't brought any accountability against any of the Democrats that he campaigned and went so hard against. None of the Democrats on the January 6th committee have been held accountable. No one has been prosecuted for the stolen election of 2020. No one has been held accountable for all the crimes against humanity, for COVID. No one has been held accountable for all of these issues. But he has targeted 4 Republicans harder than he has ever come against any Democrat, and that's myself, Thomas Massie, Nancy Mace, and Lauren Boebert. Why? Because we fought to release the Epstein files. And I think that is the story that people need to pay attention to, because that tells more truth about Donald Trump than it will ever tell you on Truth Social.
When you left Congress.
All right. So I figure the 8 minutes is enough. They still got a couple minutes left. They go from this to talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene starting a reality TV show. It kind of reminds me of like when Paris Hilton and whoever that other woman was went to like work on a farm and it was a reality show like 25 years ago. It reminds me of that. It's going to show you how masculine Marjorie Taylor Greene is, and some other dumb shit as well. Either way, I'll save you guys from that. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that President Trump's a traitor, saying he texted her saying that he didn't want to release the Epstein files because it was going to hurt his friends. They're also saying that he hasn't brought any accountability to Dems or anyone that was involved in Epstein stuff, COVID stuff, 2020 stuff. Says that he's fought harder against her, Thomas Massey, Nancy Mace, and Lauren Boebert than actually draining the swamp. She says he's a really mean orange man. Either way, next up, we got a doubly on Carmelo Anthony. The first one, Carmelo Anthony's parents speak out after his conviction and death of Austin Metcalf. In the second video, Jasmine Crockett says there was one major factor in the Carmelo Anthony verdict, and it was racism. Both those videos are coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Marjorie Taylor Greene claiming the Orange Eagle's a traitor. The Simple Life? Yeah, Ghostly. I don't know why you know that, but yeah, Ghostly, that's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about here, Juicer? I only know certain fractions. Here, Juicer, yeah. South Park makes everything awesome. That's another good thing about Paramount Plus is they have all the South Park on there. 10-man banging Brian from RSBN. Who? Marjorie Taylor Greene was? Well, go Brian. She probably rocked his world. And he didn't speak up too loud because she'd have gave him a knuckle sandwich. So it's not his job to bring accountability. That's Congress's job, and Marjorie Taylor Greene was a part of Congress. All I know is Capitol Hill sucks, and I only like the people that are entertaining. Nobody up there gives a shit about any of us, though. Guess not because Lauren's hot. We'll see what happens with Lauren Boebert. She's the only one kind of flying under the radar right now, and it was, it's because of all that drama that happened. It was first she was groping and getting groped at the Beetlejuice concert, and then swearing at the employees as she was storming out because she got kicked out for vaping after they told her not to. And then she got in some sort of altercation with her husband, and the police had to show up to this restaurant to separate these two, and then she got a PPO against her husband, and I think they got a divorce. And then she has been in the news. Oh, and then she got fat, and then we covered that. She got really fat, and she's not fat anymore, I guess. And now she's just squeaking by. And like I said, underneath the radar. Had to let some of that drama die down. That happens. Wrench, not a team player, but definitely bang the whole team. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got to sample a little bit of everything. Oh, that's a dude on the left side of the screen. I can't even think of its name. That's who President Trump smokes every day in the Oval Office. Caitlin something from CNN. Trump smokes her all the time. Everybody in the chat says she's a handsome reporter. Caitlin Collins or something. Russell, MTG's trying to be relevant. I think so. And I think it's because Republicans aren't going to watch her stupid reality show. They're just not. Like, who would? Why would you? Oh, we're going to watch a reality show about someone who used to be a congressperson. Like, nah, that don't sound that damn entertaining. I don't know. So I assume she's going on CNN, right? Big Blue News. Say mean things about the Orange Eagle. Get the liberals on her side. By the way, start a new TV show. Do the thing, and I think that's what it is. I think she's switching her careers. 10-man. She's still with Brian? I didn't know she was with Brian at all. You think that's why his face is puffy, is because she hits him all the time? I figured it was Botox or he eats too much, shellfish or something. Guess who? Will it become Marjorie Taylor Jenner? Bruce has now got some competition. I mean, she's getting there. She's getting there. Polish, she started on Fox and looked good back then. I'll have to look her up. I never even really noticed her until you guys started smoking her during the press briefings. What's up, Enter User? What's up, Jess Heat? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Oh, it's Caitlin Clark? Is that what it is? Or is it Collins? You guys are all confusing me now. I think it's Collins. Lauren Ozempic? It could be. Guess I don't know how she lost the weight. Major, at least her husband doesn't wear fake tits and women's clothes. Not that we know of, Major. It takes time for this info to get out. I bet they all do. They're a bunch of weirdos over on Capitol Hill. Done. I didn't notice that they took away the streaming timer, but the streaming timer on Rumble has been wrong for weeks now, maybe even months at this point. You'd go into a live, it'll tell you what the actual time is, and then after like 2-3 seconds, it resets it and then starts counting from when you showed up in the chat. I've been bitching about it because of the raids, because I try to raid somebody where the live more or less just started, because you go in after 2 hours, there's a chance we're going to raid them, they're going to sit for 5 minutes, and then they're going to raid out if they raid out. So I tried to be more strategic about it, but that whole timer thing throws it all off. I didn't notice they removed it until you just said that. MTG tried, but she had no support from the asshole Republicans. Yeah. Well, I think she wanted to do something. She wanted to run for governor or something, and President Trump told her no. And then ever since then, she's turned her back on President Trump. I think she was doing a little coattail riding. Enter User. We knew of her a while ago, and Brian Glenn grifting all the way home. Yeah. Yep. Kevin, you getting tan out there? I'm working on it. I'm still really red, but look at... see, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. A little bit different. I don't know why the back of my hands aren't tanning. This arm's a little tanner than this one. You guys can't even really tell because the camera does color correction, but I swear. Glad you're doing well, Dutton. Glad to hear it. My feed, she wanted Senate. Is that what it was? I knew she was trying to get some support and wasn't getting it. Glad to hear, Jesse. I'm doing all right. Tormac, if Rumble's going to spell check me, they could at least autocorrect. Holy crap. I don't know. I feel like Rumble's a lot better on PC than it is on a phone, but I don't know. Polish, you refreshed and the timer came back. They need to just work on it, you know? Drive safe, Jesse. Thank you for stopping in. Kevin, you get dark because you're part Native American? Yeah. Styling. Nice and tan for the summer. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom. Admit it, you'd at least jump that CNN reporter. I mean, I could change her. You know, I could fix her. Open her eyes. A red pill of sorts. She don't need a red pill. She needs a red rocket. That'll fix her. Can't fix women. You can just stir up their insides. Nick Finkel is Einhorn. Yeah, exactly. Ramsey, Trump isn't perfect, but he's sure as hell a lot better than the rest of the politicians. Yeah, I agree. I think she should release these text messages, you know, because, I mean, really, President Trump could try and go after her for defamation, maybe it'd be a stretch, but her claiming that he's saying this stuff might be enough to get her for defamation. He's not shy about doing that stuff, but if she's, you know, on CNN telling everybody this stuff, send out those screenshots, put the screenshots online. I mean, that's what people are gonna ask for anyways. She might as well just do it up. Ramsey, does anyone care about MTG anymore besides the leftists? No, I don't think so. So Blue Crow, happy freedom to you. Meta, I'm not gonna read that out loud, but that sounds like extracurricular activities there. Meta, I'll have to check out whoever that is, that Sean person. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom to you. Richard, I wonder if MTG wants to do this dude on CNN. It's one of those they-thems. Tori Wayne, MTG isn't wrong. No one's been brought to justice. Yeah, I agree. Guess who? Jeff interviews MTG. She's wearing a short skirt and then balls fall out mid-sentence. Klaus goes over there and nails it right in the sack. That's how you go viral right there. Get it done. Polish Fox probably won't interview MTG anymore. No, I don't think so. Guess who laces out? Yeah, exactly. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Here's you to remind me of my coworker AI during voice chat. Was it the balls falling out of the dress that caused the reminder there? I wrote a reminder. I'll remind you tomorrow. All right, Hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, we got a doubly on Carmelo Anthony. The first one is parents speaking out saying that he was a good boy and he doesn't deserve to be in prison just because he killed another human being. And then the second video, Jasmine Crockett crying the same thing. Hit the like button. Let's get into this.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
And as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, you know, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, say they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them off. Pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I got to make sure she's straight. This mama bear. I got to make sure she's straight mentally, because if she's not straight, my house ain't straight. I'm not straight. Then so because I got the kids to worry about. Got to make sure his mental health. I can't go back and forth with him right in there because his mental can handle it. The misunderstanding of what daddy's trying to tell you. This ain't a daddy moment.
Well, all I got out of that is none of them are straight anymore. Whole family's gay now. Hate when that happens. Either way, parents claiming that it was not a fair trial. They said that they were misled. They should have chosen an attorney based on race. Fucking stupid people. That is stupid people shit to say, but that's okay. You know, let them enjoy those doll hairs. Anyways, we're gonna get right into this next one. This is Jasmine Crockett hopping on the tard wagon here. Now hold on, you whacked out bitch.
You might have seen that Carmelo.
Why can't I pause the video? Okay. Just gonna fight me on this. And I can't make it full screen. I don't know what's happening over here on the talk. Let me see. Is there really no way to make this full screen? It looks like they updated everything, and it's worse than it was. Interesting. Hold on a second. Let me figure some stuff out. Be better if we do it like this.
Rep Crockett, you might have seen that.
There we go. Okay. Now, like I said, this is Jasmine Crockett saying that there was one major factor in the Carmelo Anthony verdict, and it was racism.
Rep Crockett, you might have seen that Carmelo Anthony was sentenced to 35 years. I want to get your reaction to the trial and the verdict.
My heart breaks for so many reasons. And so I was just speaking to a student that is shadowing me who wants to be a public defender, and so it takes me back to what actually made me decide to get into this legislative work in the first place, because I know that our systems are broken. And what we saw with that verdict is the evidence of a broken system. Now listen, from everything that I understand, which I wasn't at the trial because obviously I got a day job, but it's my understanding that Carmelo ended up stabbing, puncturing, I don't know what this tool was that they talk about, knife, or some refer to it as a tool. He ended up hitting Austin one time, and it was about where he hit him. One time, 2 inches. This wasn't someone who said, hey, let me stab you 5, 6, 7 times. And so when you're looking at the punishment range, there's a reason in Texas that it goes from 5 to 99 or life, because you are looking at how intentional, like how bad was this? 35 years for a kid who had decided to go under a tent that was not his team's tent as it was raining, and simply didn't want to be put out in the rain by some random kid that he didn't know who was larger than him. Listen, a lot of people don't know what it is to live as a black person in this country, but just like you can give the benefit of the doubt to so many police officers when they go out and they shoot some black unarmed person, even though they are trained, the fact that there was little to no mercy seen or humanity seen when this black boy said that I was scared, or the fact that honestly anybody else who did something with such a small object, all I know is that it wasn't considered unlawful carrying of a weapon because the blade was not long enough, that they wouldn't even say, well, maybe this was more so something that looked like manslaughter.
Well, some people might say, why are you even bringing a knife like that to a track meet?
Yeah, people may say that, but walk a day in my shoes and then respond. Because we as black folks say, why is it that people need long-armed guns when we are going out and having a First Amendment protest? But people say that's their right. They are allowed to do that. And again, it wasn't against the law for him to have it. It may have been prohibited by school rules, which he wasn't at his school at the time. But it definitely was not against the law.
So you think race played a role in the verdict?
Oh my God. I know Collin County. So absolutely. Collin County is right north of Dallas County. And I can tell you that I have had cases that I felt like played out differently because of the counties that they were in. And unfortunately, that was not the county for a black boy.
Okay. Oh, yes, it was all racism. It wasn't like he stabbed and killed the other kid at the track meet. Nah, it was just racism. That's all it was. Anyways, they are trying to do an appeal and all of that. I really don't think the outcome is going to change. They're trying to push for manslaughter, but like I said, I don't think it's going to change. He stabbed the other kid, killed him. That's what happened. It's not going to change anything. Either way, next up, kids' lemonade stand robbed at gunpoint in Boston. You got to be a real piece of shit to do this. They robbed an 11 and a 12-year-old at their lemonade stand at gunpoint. Took their doll hairs. What a bunch of pieces of shit. It's coming up next. So first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about that doubly about Carmelo Anthony. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. Man, ignorant bitch. He was shanked and killed. Yeah, exactly. They talk about him like he didn't kill another person. Man, Rogers, how bad was it? Well, he killed somebody. Yeah. And out of the 99, he only got 35 years. Snooks, what if you killed your kid? Yeah, then she'd be saying something different. Ghostly, now that she lost her seat, the ghetto talk just faded away. Yeah, she doesn't have to appeal to constituents anymore. Her job is over. And it's getting there. Russell, it's not a race thing. No, it's not. But they're trying to make it that way. That's all they got left. Give them a less sentence because, you know, racisms and stuff. Ghostly, when is it legal to have a knife at school anyway? I don't know that it's illegal. We covered a story saying that it was not illegal, but it is against school policy. So it's not the same thing as a legality, but to me it shows intention. He knowingly brought a weapon into an area where it's restricted from weapons. And so that, you know, that kind of shows that in his mind there may be a situation where he would use the knife. Now, he could try and, you know, pretend he whittles wood or some goofy shit like that, but they didn't do any of that. They were like, just never mind the knife thing. Like, it doesn't matter. He just magically had a knife on him. Cass, I think 35 is not enough. He could be out by the age of 40. Yeah, he's not going to do all 35 years. I mean, let me see. Has he been sentenced yet? Let me see. Carmelo Anthony. It's not really about how much time he gets. It's how much time until parole can happen is the way that everybody needs to think about it. Because when you're eligible for parole, that's when you're eligible to get out of jail. You could be sentenced to 100 years. But if you get eligible for parole after 10, you could get out after 10. That doesn't mean you're going to. You got to appeal to the, you know, the parole board and all that. But that's what we really need to look at is when is he eligible for parole? Parole after serving 17 and a half years. See what I mean? He ain't waiting 35 years. If he doesn't fuck up bad, you can fuck up a little bit, and you're going to if you go to prison because there's no way to get out of it. There's too many people there controlling shit. But if he doesn't do anything too terrible, he could get out in the next 17 years. So, what would he be? How old is he now? 17? He'd be like just over 30. Ghostly, no way you're getting through 35 years without committing more violations? Yeah. Yep. As long as they're not felonies, he'll probably still get out in 17. Because anything less than felonies, I mean, they might give him a year or whatever, knock a year on his sentence, but chances are it's months. And if you're doing years, months barely even matters. So it just depends how he does. And that's also if he doesn't get this appeal. If he gets this appeal, it could change some of that stuff. Zero, you don't know what Sam's done? There's a reason Sam flies. Matt Rogers, who carries a folding knife open in their bag? Yeah, it's a good question. I guess it was like not a Swiss Army knife. Is that what they're called? I can't remember what they're called. Like the Boy Scout knives. It's got like 15 different gadgets on the knife. Some people were saying it was one of those. Sam, carry a knife and a pistol every day. Oh yeah. Got to. You got to. Sure, I didn't say he wasn't. Sometimes you gotta shoot a motherfucker. I wasn't saying Sam wasn't a good dude. Polish Walmart special knife, 5-inch blade, 9 inches once open. See, I seen something where they were trying to say it was a multi-tool knife. I never actually seen the weapon if they showed it. Appeal to Evan. Prison will either be his new way of life or he won't make it in prison. Yeah, I mean, he has a good chance of being okay just because of what he's charged with, and I mean, I don't know, the way racism works in there. Rappy, you think he should have got more time? Yeah. So a lot of people thinking he should have got the death penalty, but he doesn't qualify for it, I guess. Bill Clay, Crockett makes AOC look like a member of Mensa. I don't know what that is. AOC was out there flapping her lips about it too. What's up, Pipelines Drifter? Happy freedom to you. Cash, you think he should got life? Yeah. It's a multi-tool folding pocket knife with a 3.5-inch blade according to the court documents. Yeah, that's what I was hearing, was that. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Russell, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't saying anything bad about Sam. Zero, they'll celebrate him in prison. Some people will. That's badass, Sam. Oh, I see, Snooks. I'd never heard of that before. Thank you for letting me know, Bill Clay. Totally Carrot, sad that 2 young lives were destroyed. Yeah, absolutely. Bad choices being made. Nick, who knows? He could change. Not everyone's a lost cause. Well, he's gonna have to survive prison, and that's a tough spot. It'll definitely change him, one way or another. I wonder why all the bots on Kick want you to join their Discord. I don't understand that. Meta. She don't deserve the freedom fingers? I've never offered that before. Damn, the freedom fingers. That's... Damn, we need to put that on a t-shirt. I like that. May she never get laid again. She don't deserve the freedom fingers. That's right. That is 100% right. The freedom fingers. Goodness. Yeah, Zam, you don't know about that? You ain't never gave her the freedom fingers? Do you really love her, you know? Chris, I don't know who that is. Getting banned and stuff. You guys, they just don't like how funny you are. Some people are soft. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got this sad story where I think it's 2 idiots. Yeah, 2 suspects thought it'd be a good idea to flash a gun at an 11 and 12-year-old and then steal all their money from a lemonade stand. Real pieces of shit here. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that you should go join jeffmaclive.com. Go set up your profile, create posts for Hooligans Alley, the forums, and the group chats. Plus, watching the live is a lot more fun with memes and GIFs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. Select a free membership to get started. What's up, Salty Grower? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, here's the link. Go do the thing. All right, good to go. Like I said, getting into this next story where two dumbasses thought it would be a good idea to rob a lemonade stand at gunpoint with an 11 and a 12-year-old sitting there. Some people you just got to put down, you know? Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Tonight, police are looking for the armed robbers who held up a children's lemonade stand at gunpoint in South Boston. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm David Wade. The two kids weren't hurt, fortunately, but they were shaken up. And tonight, their father exclusively spoke with Tammy Mutasa. She joins us live in South Boston with the story. Tammy.
David and Lisa, tonight that father is very upset, calling this crime outrageous. His children are traumatized. They were robbed at their lemonade stand right behind me in broad daylight, and they want some accountability.
I'm pretty disgusted with it. They're young children. They're 11 and 12 years old. It was in the middle of broad daylight.
A sweet summer afternoon selling lemonade ended in fear and disbelief for Dave Burns' 11-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son when police say two masked suspects robbed their stand at gunpoint.
Definitely a little disturbed, definitely a little upset about everything. They're sad. They don't think something like this should ever happen.
Boston police says it was around 4:40 this afternoon on the corner of E and West 9th. The dad says the young robbers first asked to buy lemonade, but then said they didn't have any money. Then they came back, showed the children a gun, took their chest with cash, and took off along West 9th towards Dorchester Street.
Which my kids immediately just put their hand up and said, take whatever you want. So I'm proud of my kids for that, and I'm proud of them for basically protecting each other, but also being smart in that bad situation. So
neighbors left disturbed.
It's awful and scary, and definitely something you don't want to come home to after a night. And yeah, it's disappointing. I didn't expect it on our street. It was beautiful out. You'd never think like something like that would happen.
The children and others in the community usually come together for the lemonade stand to earn a few dollars and learn the value of hard work. But now they're learning a frightening lesson in crime they should never have to experience.
It's outrageous that in such a good community that we can have something like this happen. I think we need some more presence around in order for this to never happen again.
Boston police is investigating, and the children's parents just want to warn others so they can all have a heads up and be aware of their surroundings in this community. Reporting live in South Boston, Tammy Mutasa, WBZ News.
What a bunch of lowlifes. Like, how much money did they get, honestly? You know, it was a lemonade stand with a 11 and a 12-year-old. Stupid. So stupid. Either way, they're saying the two suspects wanted lemonade, but they didn't have any money. Imagine that. They left and came back, flashed a gun, and then stole the kids' money. What a bunch of bastards. Either way, next up we got Lefties Losing It. And like I said, we split it into two parts. We got part one today, and it's titled Jimmy Kimmel's Cruel Joke Falls Flat. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hype in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these dumbasses robbing a lemonade stand. Zero, that's why the parents need to be out there with them? Yeah, I think so too. Russell, you're not a man if you got to rob a lemonade stand. Yeah, I agree. Guess some of it was the Gambino family, I'm sure. You think it was a hit job? It might have been. Rival family showed up. Matt Rogers, they cased the lemonade stand before they robbed it. They did. What a bunch of lowlifes. Absolutely ghostly. These people are real lowlifes. Bill Clay, put him in a cell with Carmelo. Just let them all sit together. What's up, Manco? Happy freedom to you. Done. I bet it was a duck looking for some grapes. Don't start that shit, Dutton. We play that in the voice chat every once in a while. Waddle, waddle. That's so funny. I didn't even think of that. Now it's going to be stuck in my head. Kevin, that's low as fuck. It is. Robin Lemonade stands. Toilet care sounds like a couple of douchebags. They is. We got to hear a little bit of that Boston accent, though. That was about the only positive of that video we covered. Cass, would they steal $5? Did they catch him? I think they did catch him. Let me see really quick. See if I can find some details. I think they did catch these guys. 2 juvenile suspects. Well, that's a little better. It's a little better. Let me see. I bet they're not going to have any information on it. 2 juvenile males described at approximately 11 and 14 years old. How'd they get a gun? Okay, well, they need to find their parents and whoop their parents in the street in front of everybody. That's what they need to do. Police are asking for anyone with information to contact District C6. They got a phone number and everything. Call Crime Stoppers. How did they get a gun? One suspect displayed a black firearm in their waistband before both of them fled the scene. They stole about $50. Got beat the kids, beat the parents family members that are still alive. You might have to knock down the whole family tree, because that is bullshit right there. Anyways, like I said, Lefty's losing it coming up next. Reading through a little bit more. Russell, yeah, exactly. And then they waddled away. Zero prosecute the parents too? Yeah, they should. Guess some $50. What were they charging for lemonade? it was some high quality lemonade there. You got haters, you're doing something right. That's what they say. When your haters got guns, though, you know, you gotta be prepared for that. Wrench, just make it a gun-free zone. That'll solve it. There you go. That's an idea, Wrench. Abby Girl, Puro will put the parents in prison. Did they say where it happened? Because right now I think Puro is only aiming for... Oh, it was in Boston, which is not D.C. I think Puro is only aiming in D.C. right now, where they're going after parents for not raising their children right, letting the little monsters wreak havoc. Bill Clay, South Boston is where the Minutemen Castle is in Fallout. It's in South Boston? That makes sense. I didn't even put that together until you brought it up, Bill Clay. I'm a lot more familiar with Boston than I thought. It really is a wasteland. Abby Girl, probably illegals. Yeah, it could be. And because they're minors, they're not going to show their faces or anything like that. I'm surprised we got the information we did. Guess who just sent in Mark Wahlberg to fuck him up with the Funky Bunch? There you go. There you go. Plasquack, the robbers probably showed a grip of a plastic gun. Could be. It'd still be considered armed robbery, which I think is interesting. Like if you go in a store and you have a fake gun, or even if you just put your fingers like under your shirt or your coat and pretend you have a gun, it's still considered armed robbery. Did you know you're jumping the gun here? Christine, not even safe to have a lemonade stand. That's an all-time low. I agree. I feel a little bit better. Not better, but it makes a little bit more sense when you hear it's an 11 and a 14-year-old that robbed the lemonade stand that had an 11 and a 12-year-old running it. These little monsters out here. I don't know. People need to pay more attention to their kids. I was thinking like a couple of 20-year-olds when did it. Not that it, makes the situation better, but it makes a little bit more sense now. Meta, you cheating. Rich, I had 22 when I was 10. Yeah, but you can't get a pistol until you're 18 or 21 or something like that. I can't remember. I'm getting old now. Here, Jesus, I would have lied. Them kids had $1,900. That's right. They were running a successful business there. Jago, get off my lawn. Exactly. Sly Dog, kids with good parents still do stupid stuff. Yeah. I know. Guess if the man had a gun in his waist but he had no arms, is he still armed? It depends if that's a gun in his pants or if he's just happy to see me. It's hard to say. Gotta search to figure it out. Like I said, we got lefties losing it coming up. This is part 1. We're playing part 2 tomorrow. What color is Rita wearing today? Load up, because I don't even know at this point. There we go. Well, I'm going to need her to move her arms a little bit. What color is that? I don't know if you guys are going to get this today. Alright. Let me see. What color is Rita wearing? 10-man going with white. Zero going with blue. Guess Rita's wearing Justin Bieber t-shirt. There you go. Tulikar going with purple. Polish going with orange. Jagular going with pink. And our user going with tan. Polish going with orange. I lost my spot. Two older carriers going with purple. Abigail's going with yellow. Appeal to Heaven going with blue and a white blouse. Be safe out there, Dutton. Dutton going with teal. Kevin going green with an orange smell. There you go. Tricks are going with who white. Christine going with blue. D. Jank going with baby blue. Agent O going with blue. Right mind, she's only wearing her pendant. You might be right. Tori Wayne going with purple. What's up, Canuck? Happy freedom to you. Canuck going with butthole beige. That's nice. That's a nice shade there. Sam going with magenta. Colty going with red. Zero going with blue. Sam, light purple and black. Or are you going with magenta? Gotta pick a side, Sam. Snooks, a totally shaved nude body. She's like a dolphin. Hair juicer going with baboon ass blue. That's pretty blue there. You might have got this one today. Wrench going with yellow. Hold on, I'm getting lost in the sauce here. Guess who? Rita's wearing a nurse outfit and she says it's time to cough. That's right. Hope she warmed her hands up. Bill Clay going with black. Friedrich Texan going with blue. Rappy, yellow and black. Pickles, happy freedom to you. She's wearing fireworks. She looks like fireworks. It's like the 4th of July. Elder Zoomer going with safety orange. Rappy going with yellow and black if I can get you already. Friedrich Tex, I bet she's bald all over. I bet she's a furry animal. Just to go in the other direction. Kevin, she's wearing nothing but a Jeff Mack t-shirt. It's that or she's getting banned. You know, that's where we are. Plastic Quack saying she's rocking green today. Kevin, we got Cooper in the chat. Very nice. Make sure we got everybody. Thank you so much, Right Mind, for sending the 2 jewels over on YouTube. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Make sure we get everybody today. Rich, red with the white blouse. You might have got it today. Is that everybody? I think so. For the Texas, you should send her a hooligan shirt and see if she wears it on the live. It's an idea. We got to figure out how to send it to her. D-Jen going with curry orange. Today, Rita's got on this purple. Is that what it is? Some pinkish purple. It's kind of pink. I don't know. You guys tell me what color pink that is. It's her undershirt that I'm not really sure about. It's kind of sort of black. It kind of looks like a trash bag a little bit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Old skeleton. Not really sure. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Losing it. And you know me, I can't get enough of the ladies of The View. Where else am I going to find such a rich source of material for lefties losing it? At this stage, I feel like I should be sending them a check, perhaps a weekly check. Maybe that will cheer up the perpetually miserable Ana Navarro, who tries very hard to out-crazy Whoopi, Joy and Sunny, and sometimes she succeeds. Now listen to this insane diatribe claiming that the Trump administration is killing people for protesting and using children as human bait, and a bunch of other lies.
I'm feeling really ashamed and embarrassed and horrified by the American government right now.
Yeah.
I never thought in my entire life I would see U.S. citizens killed for exercising their right to protest, like they killed Alex Preddy and Renee Good in the streets of Minneapolis, or small 5-year-old children used as human bait. Thousands of children are being held in detention centers all over this country, like Dilley outside of San Antonio, in deplorable conditions. They are dying from lack of medical care. They are getting sick from dirty water.
What can you say? Just a bunch of unhinged lies and hyperbole. The so-called protesters killed weren't killed for protesting. They were killed while attacking law enforcement. We've gone through the footage on this program how many times? As for the 5-year-old she mentioned, Liam Ramos, he was abandoned by his father and ICE took him in. Now, what does Anna want them to do? Just abandon the child in the mean streets of Columbia Heights, Minnesota? Funny how Anna never said anything about the Biden-Harris administration losing track of more than 320,000 migrant children who crossed the border without parents. Not a word. All she has are lies and rage, unbridled rage, which she does not limit to ABC. It's good of her because she shares that rage with CNN as well. Watch this meltdown when she's challenged on one of her absurd claims.
Whether it's
Give
Kristen,
me a break.
What do you mean give me a break? Kristen Walker this week.
It's Kristen.
Caitlin Walker,
I'm
Caitlin
sorry.
Collins last
I've
week.
worked with
The
Kristen
woman you
when I
called
worked
Piggy.
at the White
What
House.
do you give me a
to
break?
say
Have
that
you
you're
no
going up
shame
against
as a
those
woman
women? No.
that we hear
Kristen
him
was
call them
tougher
ugly
on-
and piggy and
Kristen
crooked
was
and
tougher
liars
on him
and
in
stupid
that interview
and bad journalists?
than I have seen
you
most-
absolutely
that's
no
probably the
solidarity with
toughest
women?
interview I've
Oh
seen
my
him
God, I
face
can't believe you
to
sit
date.
here and tell
He
me to give
pushed
you a
up
break.
against
But
her
in
because
this
she was a
network,
tough
we hear
journalist.
him
Hold on,
tell
hold on.
our journalist that she's not fit to be a journalist.
Shut up,
because she
bitch!
doesn't smile. How dare you tell me to give you a break? Have some shame.
Yeah, you're right to be gobsmacked, Caroline, but I'm sure the CNN host will restore order and put Anna in her place. Of course, I jest. Abby Phillip is just Anna Navarro with an inside voice.
Why would the president tell a woman that she doesn't smile enough when she's working, asking him a question?
Because he's an equal opportunity offender, and let's not pretend. Let me explain how the
Give me
game.
another example of
Let
him
me
telling
explain
a
how the
man-
game. Let me explain how the game works.
Give me an example of him being equal
Let me explain how the game
opportunity
works because
with that
Caitlin got something out of that
particular
exchange
insult,
too.
Caroline.
The president gets a lot out of having combative exchanges with journalists. His base loves it. His poll, that's why I said he should do 2 to 3 more of these a week. His poll numbers go up. But Caitlin's getting something out of it too. So many journalists have made their careers in this country off of being combative with President Trump, Caitlin Collins included.
Oh, honey, don't bother. Don't bother trying to reason with these people. They just want to rage. Rage and hate on America, something Anna's co-host on The View, Sunny Hostin, really excels at.
And at this point, I am embarrassed
at our government. I'm embarrassed at our lack of health care. I'm embarrassed on the assault on the press. I'm embarrassed of our Congress. I'm embarrassed by the criminal felon president that is in the Oval Office that has a UFC cage on the White House lawn.
It's really American, Sonny.
I'm embarrassed about all those things. And I'm also embarrassed at how America is now seen across the globe. I don't think that many Americans understand that we are part of a wonderful global community. And when you look at our allies are now giving us a 1-star rating as a country, while I am conflicted about this country because I feel that it is, at this point, a failed experiment, quite frankly.
You know, the only reason to be really ashamed of America is the fact that people as stupid and cruel as Jasmine Crockett have managed to be elected. Let's hear from the...
All right, that is part 1. We're going to play part 2 tomorrow because normally we don't have lefties losing it on Friday. But like I said, they keep making these longer lefties losing it on Thursday, so we're going to keep splitting them in half. Why not? That does wrap up the fun, or the news. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. We got our 2 funny videos coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you Hooligans think about lefties losing it. Rogers, bye, bitch. Yeah, exactly. Sunny Ho, losing her marbles. Everybody saying squawk, squawk in the chat. I know. Sam, really, they should all be embarrassed to be that stupid, but I digress. Yes, Sam, exactly. Exactly. They're just embarrassing themselves. How do you know, enter user? Got the connection. Just he UFC? No. Shapeshifter with boobs? That's a go. Tards. Yeah, exactly. Just he. Yeah, that was all stunning and brave. Strapping tits on a dude. Hey, thanks for being with us, Free the Texan. Enjoy the rest of your day. Side dog embarrassed to be on The View? They should be. Major boo frickety who. Exactly. Crying their little eyes out. What's up, Angry God? Happy freedom to you. Plasquag, these hags are pathetic. They are. Enter user. We'll see. We'll see. It's funny how people forget because we're going to play it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden everybody just gets a Biden moment and they can't remember what Rita was wearing, but we'll see. We'll see if you remember by tomorrow. Plasquag, how's the show still on the air? I say it all the time. I think The View is still on the air because of people hating on it. People playing clips and stuff from it. I think that's what gets them the views. I mean, I guess they got supporters, but I think they got more haters. Angry God, men allowed women to vote, and all we got was The View and WNBA. So, I don't know if I want to say I mentioned this yesterday. I keep seeing a shit ton of posts of young women talking shit about men's mental health because June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month or whatever. And so they're like talking all this shit about dudes and how dudes should go smoke themselves and nobody cares and all this stuff. And I seen this one woman post a video that was like, when are we going to take men's rights away? I had to just walk away from that. I couldn't get in the comments of that shit because I was feeling some type of way. Like, whenever you think you're ready to do that, you fucking bitch. But yeah, the internet is breaking people big time. Zero magenta. Sam was right today. Plasquag, like, who's their audience? Jobless lefties? Well, I think there's older people that watch them that probably, I don't know. they're probably stuck in their old ways, and they also don't really, I don't know how to explain it. They're not very well connected into the community anymore. Like isolated people, like isolated cat ladies are probably who watches The View. Because then they could absorb that information like it's news, and then you just believe it. Once you're convinced by these people, then it's easy to let it just roll, you know? And so I think that's who it is, but I don't really know. I think they got more haters than viewers. Jesse, I support men's rights over women's rights. I said what I said. I like everybody being nice and equal. But that's what pisses me off when I see people like talking shit about the other side and stuff. I'm like, we all suck, okay? Like, we all suck in different ways. There's no reason for us to like find reasons to dislike each other. There's enough awful people out there who give you reasons to dislike them. There's no need for us to look for these reasons. But that's why I say, like, the internet is breaking people, because a lot of people fall for the propaganda, and I talk about that all the time. These platforms have influencers, they have fake accounts, they put out mass messaging, simple-minded individuals that relate to that kind of information. They start making similar content, and next thing you know, you got a whole wave of individuals pushing this messaging that's really unnecessary, hate one way or the other, and people are paying attention to that and putting effort into that instead of making the world a better place, making good choices, building a family, making a life worth living. They're just out there venting hate. Plus Quack, no skin in the game, no vote. Yeah. Jacob, I'm a traditional whoa man. Total care, human rights is where it's at. Yes, I agree. Where you going here, Juicer? 0, yeah, that's what I see too. I don't know what happened to the clock. Yeah, Sam, I know. Trying to be fair. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, I saw you slide through last second yesterday, and I already hit the button, so I couldn't say anything to you. And shut the chat down. Christine, hate spell check? Yeah. You guys aren't getting notifications on YouTube? You should join Discord, or you could join Telegram. Those get notifications. Meta reminder, purple is pink. Yep. We'll see if you remember tomorrow. Rich are all paid and programmed to be like that? Yeah. Well, that's how the messaging starts, is like that. Influencers and bots. But it happens both ways. It's not just liberals. They do conservative propaganda too. I see both of it. It's easier to see it if you're not choosing pre-made sides. I just back the hooligans all day. That's what I do. DJ, how dare you? I know. Terrible. Fucking terrible. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, we got the fun stuff coming up next. We got our first video provided by Colty. It's titled Jeep Problems. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Donnie. And it's titled, Ever Wonder How They Get Those Action Clips? All of that's coming up next. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals. Buy me a coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's get this first one pulled up. Like I said, it's provided by Colty.
This guy.
I think it was yesterday, we were covering those Jeep recalls. And I just figured we'll keep it going. This is Like I said, provided by Colty, and it's titled Jeep Problems.
This guy's got some opinions. Watch the video. Tell me what you think.
I love my Rubicon, okay? But I don't want to wave to every single one of you every time I drive by. I don't want to be a part of your little cult or your little gang you got going on. The ducks are on the dash just because the kids put them there. It makes me happy. I just want to drive my Jeep at the end of the day. So I'm not waving to every single one of you, especially you people with the 4xEs. You are super gay.
That guy's a douchebag. What's wrong with electric?
Yeah. Super gay. Anyways, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Donnie. Come on, come on. There we go. Now, like I said, this is provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Ever Wonder How They Get Those Action Clips? Fun fact, that's why Klaus isn't here today. Gotta get those action clips. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're gonna be raiding out over on Rumble. There we go. There's the link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because you got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick. We get the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Sam Klaus out there living an epic life. No fear. Those are action cats out there. Hey, I appreciate you being with us. Too old to care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, MU. Oh, God bless you, Cass. Appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Thormac. Enjoy the rest of your day. Angry God, you're right. You're right. Ain't nothing wrong with showing a little leg out there. Jesse, same with bikers. Always a little hand gesture. It's like that with Subarus, too. You just put your hoo-ha in the dash, but, you know, it's almost the same. Oh, Zero, you're totally right. We do got an unboxing. Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot to put it on the schedule. We're going to do an unboxing really quick before we do the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to continue reading through the chat, but thank you for reminding me, Zero. I totally forgot about that. What's up, Green Eyes? Happy freedom to you. We got a doubly unboxing today, actually. Sam, Travis Pastrana is going to backflip a dirt bike on the south lawn of the White House. For real? Or are you just making that up, Sam? Because that would be pretty badass. Just, I swear to God, that's how it's the Subaru way. You get the manual when you buy your Subaru, and they tell you, you know, you see another Subaru, you put your hoo-ha in the dash, you get extra points if it's full bush. I'm pretty sure. Total care balls out in the jean skirt. We gotta draw the line of somewhere. Like, come on, guys. That's hot. I don't know if it's that hot. Meta Klaus is the gunner. Yeah. That's Deadshot Klaus there. He's a good boy. I don't know where the hell he's at. Fading away from the heat. Sam, that's badass. Hopefully we can get a clip of that. Matt Rogers, right when Bronco came out, people waved, but it stopped a couple of years ago. Interesting. I wonder why. Are they going to bring it back? Because then they just renew the Broncos? Hey, thanks for being with us, Rappy. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, Hair Juicer's the one that remembered? Well, I appreciate you, Hooligans, reminding me about the unboxing. So I totally forgot. Guess who? Only color of Ford Bronco to get is the O.J. Simpson Fleeing Justice white. You got to pay extra for that one. Matt Rogers, the Bronco came back out in 2021. You got the 2022 model. Do you like them? Do you like the new Bronco? I think they look cool. I don't know anybody who's got one, though. Christine, love the cat action. Now I know what my cat does when he goes out. Yeah. They got a tough job out there. All right, Hooligans. Let's do this unboxing really quick. We're going to start with this random one because I don't know who it's from. It's got some weight to it. I don't hear any ticking. I don't have Klaus here to do security checks. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Anthrax, is that you? Hold on, let me see. They always leave the damn trash in my bag. I hate that. I hate that. Amazon, do better. Do better. What is this? Mega Sour Raspberry. Damn. Damn. The mega sourness here. It's got a warning label. Warning. Extremely sour candy. Fun. Fun stuff. What is this? Oh, there's the little tag I was looking for. What is this? Oh, a plethora of jerky sticks. Look at this. This is going to be fun to sample on the live. What does it say? Pork. That's questionable. Turkey. Antelope. For real? What is that word? Chorizo. Beef and ostrich. That's going to be the winner right there. Beef and ostrich. I'm not going to read them all. It's going to be a surprise, but we're definitely going to open that on live. We got to figure out who sent me this. The papers. That's the list of the thing. Did they not give me the paper? Hair Juicer, did you send this to me? Is that why you remembered? They didn't give me the paper. I don't know who sent it to me. Amazon, you're fucking up. Let me tell you, put your trash in my bag, but not a label. Come on, man. Was it the Hair Juicer that did this? I got to know who to thank properly. You guys figure this out. Figure out who sent me this. Huge shout out to whoever did, because we're going to be trying some super sour candy and a plethora of, well, they're not beef jerky, it's something jerky sticks. We're going to have to do that. We're going to do that starting tomorrow. But today, we got to figure out who sent me that. While you guys are investigating, we're going to crack open this little package here from King of Biltong. I thought maybe we'd see him in the chat. I didn't even have to rough those ladies up at the post office. As soon as I walked in, they knew exactly what I was there for. It's nice that Roxanne quit or got fired or passed away or whatever happened to her. As long as I don't have to deal with her ass, you know. Before we get too far into this, you guys need to go take your ass to BiltongUSA.com. Get yourself some Biltong because it's fantastic. They got coffee and all kinds of stuff. So go check it out. And if you use code Jeff in all capital letters, you get 10% off your order. So like I said, go to BiltongUSA.com. Go do the thing. Go do the thing. Hair Juicer was not you. We got to figure out who sent me that. Who sent me the stuff from Amazon? Amazon's letting us down. It's not good. Let's see what we got here. Where's the top of the bag? All right. Figured it out. Got the stuff. Make sure we got everything in here. We did. Damn. I don't think I have neighbors below me, which is good. Now let me double check here. What are you doing? You're not getting fancy feast today. You didn't come to work, you lazy bastard. We got biltong peri peri flavor. It's the little spicy stuff. It's not major spicy, little spicy stuff. And then we got the biltong Angus original here. And we're gonna crack this open so you guys can see it, because you really need to go get yourself some biltong, because it's fantastic. Klaus, I'm gonna make you into biltong because you ain't been showing up to work. And I'm gonna eat your fancy feast in front of you today. This is the biltong. It's like bacon, but better. Could you imagine that? Better than bacon. It's fantastic. Like I said, go to biltongusa.com. Get yourself some biltong. Shaking my meat flaps in your face. Cheers, hooligans. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I wish being King of Biltong was in the chat. It's fucking fantastic. Look at you. Guilty. Because you can come to work today. I should shut the lights off so you could know what it's like. So you know what it's like to not go to work. Lazy Klaus Daniels. Huge shout out to King of Biltong. Thank you so much for everything. All right. Just a moment here. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. We're going to read through the chat really quick because I want to see if you guys figured out who sent me the Amazon stuff. But we are going to be raiding out over on Rumble. So we are going to have to cut off Twitch because it is against community guidelines over there to show the raid. If you're over on Twitch right now and you'd like to be a part of the raid, you're welcome to join us over on X, Blaze, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, or JeffMacLive.com. Otherwise, I will see you Twitch Hooligans tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Let me see. Everybody else sit tight. Like I said, we are going to read through the chat really quick, but I want to be ready for this raid. Reading through and we're raiding out. Thank you for Liz Zero. What's up, Deb? Happy freedom to you. Here, Juicer, I'm tired of getting dead named. It happens here, Juicer. I don't respect pronouns, but don't tell Whitmer I said that. Sam, it's infused with psilocybin. Oh, I wish. I could use a vacation. Colty, Grand Rapids, Indiana. There's a Grand Rapids here. I don't think Grand Rapids is going to get tornadoes, but I don't know. It is raining. It just started raining just a few minutes ago. Sam, here Jesus' name changes more than I could keep up with. Did you see his profile picture? Hold on. Let me drop this in the chat really quick. Over on the website. Let's see. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. There you go, Sam. You need to check that out. Here, Juicer. It's Tina, damn it. Sorry, Tina. Colty, Grand Rapids in Michigan does have a tornado warning? Interesting. I've never heard of Grand Rapids getting tornadoes, but maybe they mean on the outskirts. So, Wood Geek, happy freedom to you. Done, haven't blown away. Glad to hear it. Definitely stay safe out there. Polish, are you in Michigan? May God bless you, Elder Zoomer. Appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Bill Clay. I hope you have a great night as well. So did we not figure out who sent the Amazon stuff? Somebody will have to reach out to me. I want to thank them properly for sending us all the fun stuff here. Starting tomorrow, we'll start eating the beef jerky, and I think we'll make a goal. We'll make a certain amount of hooligans over on Rumble as a goal, and we'll eat the sour candy. That's what I'm thinking. Cass, no one owned up to it yet? We'll figure it out. Somebody will let me know. One way or another. Sometimes people will reach out to me and they'll be like, hey, just want to let you, or hey, I just was wondering if you got the thing in the mail or whatever. And other times people will be like, hey, I sent you that shit in the mail and you didn't even thank me for it. And I'm like, oh, it was you? Oh, thanks. So one way or another, somebody will reach out to me. King of Biltong, happy freedom to you. We just did the unboxing on the Biltong you sent me. Thank you so much, King of Biltong. You are a badass, and I really appreciate everything you do for us. And thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Rumble. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for making more hooligans. And like I said, thank you for everything, King of Biltong. You did outstanding on this last batch. It's the good stuff. We just had to sample some. Trickster got the membership. Very nice. Degent soft jerky or no jerky? That's what I told her. Make sure Twitch is disconnected. We're about to do this raid. Zero, no answer. Somebody will let us know at some point. Maybe they're not here right now. Done peaceful here in Indiana. Hopefully it stays that way. Like I said, we're getting rain right now, but it doesn't, I don't know. It kind of blows over where I'm at because I'm near the lake. So when we get snow, it comes in sideways. When we get rain, sometimes it comes in sideways, but usually it blows right over us and fucks up Lansing and all of that in the center of the state. Either way, let's figure out who we're raiding today. Let me take a gander at this list really quick so I can remember. All right, who is live? Soundboard's live, Toasty's live, Eddie Block's live, Dark Jason's live. I think we just raided Wilkie. Waffle Meat's live. Let me see. Smoke-A-Scan's live. Have we already rated Handy News? We have not rated Handy News. Handy News might be today. We need to raid Rotella and Handy News still. Let's raid Rotella today because I'm not sweating my face off. I'm a little bit more manageable because he likes to stick my face on the damn screen. Ah, he's running a premium live. Well, dang, Rotella. We'll have to get Rotella tomorrow. Today we're going to do Handy News. And they've been live for just over an hour, so not bad. They should still be in the swing of things. Angry God. Oh, we can't wait that long. But thank you for letting me know. All right, hooligans, hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding.
Know who your neighbors are. So if you see something, you can call 911.
Yeah.
Hey, there's this car next door that I know that they're on vacation, but there's a car that just pulled in their driveway that doesn't belong there.
Yep.
So I did that on our next door neighbors once. It was actually her father-in-law that had come to check on the house for him.
We've probably all done
that. I've done that.
Yep. And let me interrupt here real quick and say thank you to Jeff Mack for rating the stream and happy freedom, hooligans.
Happy freedom, hooligans.
Happy freedom. Welcome in.
Yes.
Good to see you all. Hey, smash that like button, hit that repost, please. And because we love the hooligans, we love all you guys coming in with Jeff. Always fun. Welcome to Roll Call. But I did want to give Dang. Something's cooking right now. Big. I've seen Antifa members not be where they're supposed to be. So either they're doing something or they're just getting taken down. So this is hard because it feels like that so they might be planning for DC. That might be why they've disappeared from Portland and from New Jersey, because they laid out something on the grass on the Capitol Mall that burned into the grass 8647. It looked like little squares. So either they sprayed it with a
fantastic raid, you hooligans. Good stuff. I didn't realize they had God's sign on there. He hangs out in the chat. Awesome stuff. Also, I forgot. I was going to actually grab that. We'll just do that really quick. It's sort of news, sort of not. But I just want to show you guys, just in case you didn't know what they were talking about. Somebody did something, and what do they call it? The something mall or some shit at the White House. It's this. Make sure there's no titties on the screen. You never know. Okay, so somebody did this today. And it's real faint. It's real faint, but it's 86 at the top. And then you can imagine what it says at the bottom. I don't have a way to zoom in. Hold on. Maybe I can just save the image and we'll do that. Pull up. Right? Okay, there we go. So you can make out the 8 and the 7 pretty clearly, but somebody did something to, you know, spell out like what the one guy did. He's in trouble right now, 86, whatever. Somebody did this in the lawn. They call it the something mall in this area. And the reflection pool looks nice. You know, look at it reflecting and whatnot. Good stuff. But yeah, some asshole thought it'd be cute to write these numbers in the lawn here. And that's what Handy News and them were just talking about. Giving it some context. Anyways, reading through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Oh, much love to you, Colty. Thank you for hanging out today. Sam, Elon said the apps are going to be obsolete in the next 5 to 6 years. I think so too. I've been building apps and doing stuff with AI, and what it's making me kind of see is that there's not going to be a point in having an app store because you'll have AI on your phone. So you'll say, hey, I need to know what time it is. It'll just tell you what time. Or you could say, hey, build me an app that tells me what time it is, or tells me what the weather is, or that has a calendar, and it'll just make it. It'll just be on your phone or on your computer or whatever. And there won't be a need to go into an app store and download somebody else's shit. You'll just have AI make it for you, and it'll be more personal. It'll be everything you want. It also forfeits control because then you need the AI to make everything for you, but that's where we're heading. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Zero. Colty Weatherfront app? I've never heard that before. I'll have to look into it. Just Heat, how original. Yeah, brain dead people out there doing things. Appreciate you, Shane. The chat wasn't working. I wonder if Rumble's got some growing pains going on. Shane, government shut down single joints from the gas station. What do you mean, Lucy's? I appreciate you, Dunn. You be safe as well. Jess Heat dropping the boobs in the chat. Very nice. You're lucky you're not in a Subaru. Yes. Appreciate you, D-Gen. Thank you for doing the thing. Right, man? I know D-Gen is official. I told like 3 or 4 people that yesterday. I was like, D-Gen just joined up over on the Goof Tube. There's only 2 hooligans over on YouTube since we've been remonetized. Proud of you guys. Bragging about you like you're my children. Like, yeah, they're doing great. They're doing great. This is such a good boy. You know, like in the news. Meta, yep. Tomorrow we're going to raid the Rotella. Sam will have her own AI device. Yeah, NVIDIA just came out with their own desktop and laptop that has AI built into it instead of connecting through the internet. Nah, it's too late, bud. It's too late. I'm eating your fancy feast right in front of you. That's how it goes. Everybody missed you today, and you made them miss you. It's your fault. You weren't there for them today. They don't care that you do action camera stuff from the helicopter, okay? They just don't care. They just don't. Poor Klaus Daniels. I got this light here. Ooh, I about broke it. This light's not as good as the one that got broke yesterday when the power went out. Damn it. Thank you, Matt Rogers. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. Shane, I know. Screwing us on the prices here. Damn government. You're winning, D-Gent. You are winning for sure. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Go find yourself some good food. Have fun and be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same and make your way back to us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.